During his recent speech in Pontypridd, Yeoman Jones called councils laboratories of innovation, and that's what we believe they can be, as well as delivering the basic services, and we know how pressured some local councils have been, as well as delivering basic services, we believe that our local authorities can act as laboratories for change, as experimental, a chance to experiment with new ideas, to see what works, and of course then to take the best ideas and roll them out. And this is what the Innov8 programme is all about.
Now, the first of the Innov8 policies that we're launching today is the concept of a bike sharing scheme in Wales's major urban areas. And we want to take public transport back to the future. And recent years have seen a global revolution in bike sharing schemes, and we've asked ourselves the question, why should Wales miss out on this? We've seen spectacular successes in schemes in Paris, Lyon, Barcelona, Seville, Copenhagen, Cologne and Vienna. And there is an explosion predicted throughout the United States in the next few years. Ken Livingstone, if he manages to win the next mayoral election, has announced a Paris-style scheme for London by 2010. So, bike sharing schemes, we believe in Plaid Cymru, offer a practical, ecological and healthy form of public transport. We very much see this scheme as part of the public transport policy agenda. Now, the concept will work in major conurbations because you need a critical mass of people for them to work. They will therefore inevitably reduce the need for intra-city journeys by car, and therefore we significantly reduce emissions and congestion in our towns and cities, and obviously there'll be health benefits provided to the users. There are a number of models already in existence, but one we've been looking at is a public-private agreement which is behind the Paris initiative and the Lyon scheme as well. And in return for out-contracting and advertising on the bikes, the agencies supply and finance the costs of the scheme, and so the model is cost-neutral to local authorities. There are other models. The Cola Bike scheme in Germany is operated by their national rail operator. So there are a number of models that are available. But the simplicity of the concept is its strength. The way it works is that bikes are strategically located within an urban area with a capacity of about 20 bikes, and then they can be returned to any docking station within the system. So a normal bike will facilitate around 20 journeys a day, and they'll travel around 6,000 miles every year. And if you don't charge for the first 30 minutes and then levy a sliding scale for any time used after that, the idea is that the bike is being used all the time. It encourages regular circulation. So the average journey, if you implemented that kind of scheme, would be about 2.5 miles, and so the bike is in constant use. The bikes would be released through a swipe card system, and there would be automated stations which would release the bikes then through, as if you were part of this scheme. And that system then helps to deter theft. And you'd also need to have some kind of system of fines introduced so that would reduce improper use, damage to the bikes or theft or any other improper behaviour. And these schemes have been used in other countries, so we can look at models to see exactly what works. We recognise that any bike sharing scheme would have to be complemented by other measures, so local authorities would be increasing bike lane provision, giving priority to cyclists at traffic lights, and in a city like Cardiff, where a high percentage of the traffic is commuter-based, transport planners could base a system around out-of-town park and cycle facilities.